How do, ladies and gentlemen, it's me, Royston Charmaine. How you doing? Today it's another commission request. This time it's one of the most requested albums that I've had on this channel at all from this one person. It's finally happening. Hey there, this request should not surprise you as I've requested it before and it lost on a poll. It did indeed, it lost on this poll. This was a poll I put to my Ko-fi supporters. No. It was a post I put to the Ko-fi supporters asking for suggestions, and then I put those in a poll. And this album came third out of 4, unfortunately. So here I'm officially requesting Preacher's Daughter by Ethel Cain. Well, here you go. It's happening. Preacher's Daughter by Ethel Cain. Now, this album, if I just go to the genres list here, it's a bit crazy. Dream pop, slowcore, singer-songwriter, post-rock, Americana, ethereal wave. So, pardon my French, but what the fuck is this going to sound like? Like, for real, I've no idea what all of that adds up to. But the critic and user scores will both suggest it's going to add up to something pretty darn good. Based on 16 critical reviews. 16 critical reviews is a lot. To average 85 is mental. Year-end ranked 19 in 2022. Wait, what? How come it's 44th and 19th? Whatever. But in terms of the user score, to also have a user score of 85, based on 7,000 ratings to be 9th overall, top 10 for the year 2022. That's pretty special, and therefore it has the must-hear album tag. If anyone knows what different colours of must-hear album denote on album of the year, please let me know, because I can't see any pattern to it. But anyway, also the individual track listings, if I move my big fat head, you can just about see the lowest one on the entire album is this 84 here, sorry. Yeah, so again, the worst track on this album is thought of as an 84. And all of that's exciting, but the only thing that kind of worries me just a little, first of all, this is a concept album about a character piece concept album. Hell yeah. But the slightly worrying thing is that if this is kind of poppy, some of these song lengths are a bit sussy to me. 7 minutes 46, 7 minutes 10, 6 minutes 5, 9 minutes 27, another 6.5, another 7.5. Pop songs that go on, well, actually, not even just pop, any song that goes on that long can sometimes get, let's say, ponderous. Let's see. As long as it has like different suites in different sections, it'll be fine. But yeah, I'm very intrigued as to what this is going to be. So let's get on with it. I'm not going to do my usual advertising shtick because this video has already been paid for. So I feel a bit cheeky asking, doing a big advert. But I do have a Ko-fi, I do have merch. I do have merch supporting trans rights in the UK, so there's all links in the description. Check all that out if you fancy it. Alright. Let's play the first track. The first track is called Family Tree, brackets intro, parentheses, intro. Let's be proper about this. If you've never seen one of my videos before, I should say, I'm going to rank all the tracks individually as album of the year this website allows me to do. And then at the end, once we've ranked all the tracks, we will review and rate the album as a whole. Alright, Family Tree. Lyrics up on the screen. I've given you a nice background to look at instead of the plain grey screen that I have. So yeah, let's play it. What an ominous sound to begin an album with, okay? That sounds like a TV evangelist. I'm so happy I didn't grow up in a religious household. My next door neighbours did. Maybe if this goes in the direction I think it might, I might tell you a little story about them. Ooh, that bass note's dropping. These crosses all over my body. Ooh, that is so open. She's in like a cavernous depths of something.
Forgive these bones I'm hiding. No one successfully. Jesus can always reject his father.
I've just recently finished rewatching Netflix's Dark, and the theme song from that show, if you haven't seen it, heard it, is a song by Apparat. What's it called? But this is really giving me those vibes. Okay. Oh. Didn't realise you could see that. I just wanted to read. You can see the bottom of this screen that I'm looking at here. I didn't notice that. My bad. I just wanted to read through again. I wanted to see when Casey first messaged me asking about this album, but it wasn't a message. I don't think, was it? It was that post on Ko-fi. Let's find it real quick. Since you can see it, you can see the bottom of it there. Look at me in another tab that I forgot you could see a bit of. I just want to see how long she's been trying to get me to listen to this album, because I just want to say, yeah, you're right. It's been a while, probably since I set up the Ko-fi. That was fucking great in ways that are bringing back memories of when I covered. I can't think of the name of anything today. What's happening in my brain? Joy Division. And some of that music was some of the best music I've heard, but I didn't favourite any of the songs. Someone asked me about that, actually, because sometimes I'll give like a low 80s and I'll hit favourite in my Deezer. And sometimes I'll give mid 90s and not hit favourite. They're different things. Like, I'm rating how good I think the song is, not whether or not I want to listen to it again. And so far, I think I'm fairly certain I'll end up favouriting the album. I don't think I'll add any of the individual songs to my favourites. That is haunting, unsettling. So much so that even though it's a very lyrical concept album, I didn't really pay attention to what any of the lyrics said. We're going to have to go back in a minute and have a proper look. The consensus for that is 88, which is one of the lower ones on the album, which is crazy. What's the rest going to be? I'm going to go straight in at like a 92. That kind of sound, that kind of feel, that kind of ambience is absolutely my kind of thing. I've had a bit of a shit day, so I'm in the right space for it, if I'm honest. I maybe shouldn't share stuff like that. Someone in the comment section of one of the Taylor Swift videos just had a go at me for being in a bad mood for the video because I was suffering with my Crohn's disease at the time. So thanks for that. I'm not angry about it at all. But yeah, that was fucking horrible in the best way. These crosses all over my body remind me of who I used to be, and Christ forgive these bones I'm hiding from no one successfully. So, the crosses all over my body, so cuts, self-inflicted cuts, or wounds given by others we don't know yet. It reminds me of who I used to be. So this is reminiscing about a past, probably, like we heard the TV evangelist in the background, or maybe that wasn't on the TV, maybe that was just in another room. And Christ forgive these bones I'm hiding from no one successfully. So skeletons in a closet is a well-known phrase for, hiding secrets. But everybody knows the secrets. Or maybe she's saying that she's not hiding them from anyone, and she's doing so successfully. But no, you'd put a comma there if that's what that meant. Jesus can always reject his father, but he cannot escape his mother's blood. Okay, so even Jesus, the Son of God, could abandon their religion if they wanted, but they can't escape the fact that they're human. He'll scream and try to wash it off his fingers, but he'll never escape what he's made up of. Yeah, so same thing. So it's the idea that you can't escape your flesh prison, but you can escape your religion. The fate's already fucked me sideways, swinging by my neck from the family tree. He'll laugh and say, "You know I raised you better than this," then leave me hanging so they all can laugh at me. So she wanted to leave the religion. The family didn't want that, so hung her out to dry, and then judged her for her proclivities, whatever they may have been. The next song I've already noticed is called American Teenager, so I guess we're going to get into what they were. And yeah, well, glad I didn't grow up religious. The religious family next door, I won't name anyone. And Rust and Charmaine is my real name, so you can't find out either. But they had 3 kids, and one was my age, one of the boys. So through proximity alone, we were friends for a while. But his older sister, they were really strict, the parents, and really Christian. And they didn't let their kids do anything. They were so sheltered. And other than their youngest son, they were so weird. The youngest was sound. But their daughter, who was their oldest, they suppressed. And so, from my perspective, she was like, goody two shoes, goth. Like, there was no transition phase. Like, as soon as she got any kind of wiggle room freedom from under that, authoritative Christian thumb, she immediately went full goth. And then she disappeared. And I don't know where she went. Maybe to her grandparents or something. Some of you can already see where this is going. And then she reappeared about a year later, and all of a sudden there was a baby in the family. It was weird. Yeah. I think she was 15 and she got pregnant. And that's a story that I sometimes tell to be like, hey, let your kids make mistakes, let them learn young how things go. Not saying that the baby was a mistake, although almost certainly was, but you know what I mean, it's not an accident, not a mistake. But yeah, the more you shelter your kids, the more when they do eventually get out from under you, which they will, the more sheltered they are, the more likely they are to go completely off the rails. An American Teenager is the next song, and I have a sneaky feeling that might be what this next one's about. And it was a single. And it's got bright guitars in it. If this album's going to go stylistically all over the gaff, I'm here for it. That's what this... Oh, you can't see it anymore. Oh, you can a bit. That's what this kind of alludes to. So let's have it. I've got plenty of drink. I'm going to do plenty of waffling in this one.
Grew up under yellow light on the street, putting too much faith in the make-believe at another high school football team. The neighbor's brother came home in a box, but he wanted to go, so maybe it was his fault. Another red heart taken by the American dream.
Jingoism.
You're there in the middle of the night when the lights go out and I'm all alone out here. Say what you want, but say it like you mean it with your fist for once. A long cold war with your kids in the front. Just give it one more day, then you're done. I do what I want, crying in bleachers and I said it was fun. I don't need anything from anyone. It's just not my year, but I'm all good now. Sunday morning, hands over my knees and a room full of faces. I'm sorry if I seemed off, but I was probably wasted and didn't feel so good. I found whiskey, but I always deliver. Jesus, if you're listening, let me handle my liquor. And Jesus, if you're there, why do I feel alone in this room with you? You're there in the middle of the night when the
Who
lights
produced
go
this?
out, but I'm still standing.
Herself. Okay.
Say what you want, but say it like you mean it with your fist for
The way it's phrased, it sounds like a triumphant 80s ballad,
Just give it one more day, then you're done.
but it's so bleak.
I do what I want, crying in bleachers and I said it was fun. I don't need anything from anyone. It's just not my year, but I'm all good. I'm saying you want, and say it like you mean it with your fist for once. A long cold war with your kids in the front. Just give it
Crazy.
one more day, then you're done.
Okay. It's such a strange song to try and figure out. Feels like, yeah, it feels like, you know, Stranger Things kind of vibe, not just because of the synth stuff, but it feels like it's trying to convince itself that it's happy, but there's so much darkness in this. So like, grew up under yellow light on the street, so you know, playing out as a kid in the streets at night, putting too much faith in the make-believe and another high school football team. So she's already shown that she's disillusioned with religion, so that can be that. But then the make-believe could also just be this idea that, you know, what we're talking about, like it sounds like an 80s movie, like an 80s, you know, high school teen movie. The neighbour's brother came home in a box, but he wanted to go, so maybe it was his fault. So the neighbour's brother went and joined the army and died, presumably. But he wanted to do it, so it's his own fault. Another red heart taken by the American dream. And I feel it there in the middle of the night when the lights go out and I'm all alone again. So again, comes back to that kind of religious confusion. So like, she does have moments where she feels something, but then it just goes. Say what you want, say it like you mean it with your fists for once. A long cold war with your kids at the front. Maybe I'm reading this wrong, but this feels like she's talking to her parents. Like, as someone whose parents split up way too late. They should have split up a long time before they did. The long Cold War. And, that's how relationships can go sometimes. If you don't break up when you should do, it just becomes a long Cold War. And with the kids at the front, like the kids get hurt by it. Give it one more day and then you're done. I don't need anything from anyone. That's just kind of a teenage rebellion attitude. I mean, this is, again, religious disillusionment, showing up to Sunday Mass drunk. And then just the only prayer she has is to be able to handle the booze better. And then, again, back to the chorus of kind of feeling alone, even when there's meant to be something there. Yeah. I do it for my daddy, and I do it for Dale. So Dale, maybe a character that's going to come back. I'm not going to click on this and find out. We'll find out together as the album goes on. But maybe Dad was the parent. Maybe this is sarcastic and Dad's the parent hanging by the tree and laughing at her. I know that wasn't literal. Or maybe Dad's the one who was a bit sounder to her and it's the mum who was horrible. Again, maybe we'll find out more as we go on. I need to rate this song. It's not as good as the first one, but it's still very good. We're still going 80s. We're still going like 86. Really good. Common consensus is that's one of the 3 joint second best songs on the album. I didn't think it was as good as the first one. The first one just had more of like this ethereal haunting quality, whereas that was just like a bop. But obviously flipped. All right, House in Nebraska, 7 minutes 46 seconds. We've covered 2. I've done a lot of waffling. We've covered 2 songs I've been recording for 22 minutes, so probably about 20 minutes of video. We've covered the first 2 songs. A total of 7 minutes of audio out of an hour and 15. I may have to speed up a little. Let's see. Right, House in Nebraska. Smashing the shit out of those keys. Sounds like you're hitting them with a mallet.
Labored breaths and bed sores, sing it to me all day long.
Okay, so someone dying. And we're there with them.
The sound of silence used to be our favorite song. You and me against the world. You were my man and I your girl. We had nothing except each other. You were my whole world. And the day came, and you were up and gone. And I still call home that house in Nebraska, where we found each other on a dirty mattress on the second floor.
So this is her after he's left, not someone dying.
Was empty, save you and I. Where you came and I left, and you left and I cried. Where you told me even if we died tonight that I'd die yours.
If the solo career doesn't work out, she could just produce for other people. This production is so good. So good.
To see if I'm doing well. And I lie to her and say that I'm doing fine, when really I'd kill myself to hold you one more time. And it hurts to miss you, but it's worse to know that I'm the reason you won't come home. But I still call home that house in Nebraska.
How are we nearly 4 minutes into this already?
Where we found each other on a
Songs that pace themselves like this just breeze by. I'm favouring the album. Midway through song 3 of 13. Yeah, I'll try. Fucking hell.
And I may never sleep at night, but God, I just hope you're doing fine. Now that I just pray that you're alright. And I feel so alone, and I feel so alone out here.
Static.
I feel so alone. I feel so alone out here. And I feel so alone without you. I'm so alone out here. I feel so alone. I feel so alone. I'm so alone out here without you, baby.
I could feel that coming. I knew it was going to do something. It already didn't matter what it was going to be. Yeah. This is fantastic. What year did this come out? 2022. If this came out this year, this would be well on course to rival Bon Iver's Sable Fable for Album of the Year. But as it is, you'll have to go into the... I'm having an end of year award. I think I'm already prepping for it. I'm keeping lists of everything. This is going to have to go into the award for Late to the Party. Meaning, it didn't come out this year, but I only just heard it. It's looking like being a pretty crowded category, that one. This is, yeah... Nah, 94 is right. I don't have too much to say lyrically. This one, I don't feel like it... Even though I misjudged it and thought that this was going to be about someone dying at first, just because of labour, breaths and bed sores, sing to me all day long, like you're sitting at the bedside waiting for them to die. It's not. It was just kind of a metaphorical position of her sadness. This one kind of said what it meant. Someone she fell in love with, built a home with, left, and she's sad. Very, very, extremely sad. The next track is Western Nights. I do prefer to pause after each track, but quite honestly, this video is already going to be really long, so... Jesus.
I'd hold the gun if you asked me to. But if you love me like you say you do, would you ask me to? Trouble's always gonna find you, baby. But so will I. Crying only
Guys,
because I'm
my
happy.
Kofi
Hold me
supporters,
across
are you
every
okay?
state line.
I've done 2 requests in 2 days, and lyrically, and thematically, and sonically, they've both been so dark. Are you alright? Like yesterday, I need to look when these videos are coming out in relation to each other. But yesterday's was about like a stalker, repeat stalker murderer. Or at least that's how I interpreted it anyway. And then this song especially is rough. So she's the preacher's daughter. So we'll assume that that's father, not mother. I wonder if these songs are in chronological order or not. Feels like not so far, because it kind of sped through the childhood and the adolescence into adulthood.
But the neighborhood keeps getting smaller and smaller. All starved out when the money's paper thin. All that's left are your walls, and you'll die there. I should have known that there's no getting in. Trouble's always gonna find you, baby. But so will I. Crying only because
So maybe the relationship with the dad is bad, then maybe this is just in her head that he would care. Because the neighbourhood keeps getting smaller, which means his congregation is smaller. Because people move to the city because there's no work in rural areas anymore. All this stuff for your walls, and you'll die there, assuming that there's no getting in. So he doesn't let her back in.
Through
So one thing I'll say, next up I can see is Family Tree again. So not the intro, so the full song of Family Tree. If there were more songs on here like American Teenager, I would maybe have changed the order. If the order isn't chronological, which I don't think it really can be, because we've gone... Well, I guess the intro, we won't count the intro. The intro that can be a prologue, it can be from any part if it's a story. Then we've gone the teenage dream being futile to already loved and lost to in love again but with seemingly a different person, because like the one she longs for now won't come home because she's there, but then this one seems to be more like homing across every state line, like they're traveling, like they're the ones on the run together, riding through all these western nights. This verse is rough. The neighbours beat on the walls while I'm face first in the bed. Show me how much I mean to you while I'm lying in these sheets undressed. It doesn't sound super consensual. Maybe it is. But maybe, no, probably not. Show his love through shades of black and blue. Almost certainly not. In terms of how I'm scoring this song, I think it's actually hurt a little bit. That's what I was kind of getting to. If there are more songs that sound like American Teenager, and this isn't in a chronological order, which I don't feel like it is, they should have split these two up. And Family Tree, if it's going to sound like the intro Family Tree, they should have split those up too. Because, you know, we went sad and dour, a bit of a bop, sad and dour, and we've got sad and dour again. And the problem again is that with Western Nights immediately following House in Nebraska, it was very similar to House in Nebraska, but not as good. So it's kind of hurt by that immediate comparison. I'm still going really high. It's still really good. But I'll go like 84. I'll let you see the scores so far. Which is the lowest so far. But still really good scores. Yeah, but maybe, I don't know, if we get further down and there's more songs that are a bit more up-tempo, I would maybe split these up. Anyway, Family Tree. Is it going to sound like the intro but longer?
These crosses all over my body
Yes.
remind me of who I used to be. Give myself
Sorry, I just read ahead a little bit.
to him.
I'll stop doing that.
Offering.
Him is not capitalized.
Let him make a woman out of me. I'm just a child, but I'm not above violence. My mama raised me better than that. When the preacher talks, that man demands his silence. And Daddy said shoot first and run and don't look back. So take me down to the river and bathe me clean. Put me on the back of your white horse to ride all the way
Triple bells.
to the chapel that you wash all over me.
Fuck yeah.
before. So take me down to the river and bathe me clean. Put me on the back of your white horse to ride all the way to the chapel. As you wash all over my head.
The Apparatus song is called Goodbye. It reminds me so much of it. Oh,
These crosses all over my body. Remind me of who I used to be. And Christ, forgive these bones I've been hiding. And the bones I'm about to leave. Yeah, take me down to the river, bathe me clean.
3 generations, that makes sense. That's what I was looking for. Because it feels so strange for this to all happen to one person. And I was struggling. Remember the album artwork? What you're looking at here is throwing me. But like picking up a kind of a time, an era for this is difficult. But that makes sense. There's 3 generations. I think that might be the best one so far. What do you want me to put in there? This music is fantastic. The fact that it's all produced and written and performed by her. I mean, I doubt she's performing every instrument. Maybe she is, but I wouldn't have thought so. Probably some session musicians, but this is so fantastic. I'm not really. I'll be honest. Maybe if I was clicking on the Genius annotations, people who've been through loads of times, like I know I used to do exploring the concept, but you have no idea how long I went through these lyrics to well, not these ones, but those lyrics to go through and find all these things. On a first ever listen, it's not really possible to get those kinds of meanings straight away. It needs multiple reads. But quite honestly, I'm not seeing this all. That's why I wanted to have a look to see if it is all meant to be one story, one character. Because it'd be a lot for one person to have the kinds of relationships and loves discussed in all three of those songs. To have someone that she fell for who left her and won't return to his hometown because she's still there. To have someone who abused her physically as she went on the run with him. And to have someone that she gave herself in offering to as a wife and then killed him. Which I'm pretty sure is what's happening here. Yeah, it's all so well written, but I'm more hearing them as like individual story pieces rather than a collective overarching story. I'm sure I'm wrong. Feel free to comment and tell me exactly why. My voice is going. One sec. Not ideal with all of this music left to go that my voice is already going. Right. Next song is Hard Times. Gonna make you wonder why you even try. Oh, no, it's here. Why is that glowing? Bit of a strummer.
Hide me there under the leaves. I'm going on 18. Lay it on me. Tell me a story about how it ends, where you're still the good guy. I'll make pretend, 'cause I hate this story where happiness ends and dies with you. I thought good guys get to be happy. I'm not happy. I am poison in the water and unhappy. A little girl who needs her daddy real bad. In the corner on my birthday, you watch me.
Why am I getting Jenny and Forrest Gump from this? Is it because of this line and this line?
That some types of love could be bad. Praying I'd be like you, doing all of the things that you do, and I still do, and that scares me.
Outro. No.
I'm tired, still tied to me.
I love how the drum beat's using the lo-fi hip-hop technique of just staggering, moving the hi-hat slightly offbeat late and then bringing the snare slightly offbeat early to give the entire thing like a drunken shuffle feel. It's working beautifully for the song. listen to this album again many times, but only on certain days, you know. Like if I'm riding high, keep this away from me. If I'm already not feeling, and I want to wallow in it. But this is beautiful. I hope it's not about child molestation, but I feel like it might be. Hopefully it's just I'm reading more into it than what's there. Beautiful. Not about the same as the intro, no, not 392. The highest I've ever given an album is joint with 2 albums, 94s, both Bon Iver albums, self-titled and this year's one, Sable Fable. We're on track. I know only one song has hit that level. Oh, I'll pause. Sorry, I'm talking over the intro. 9.5 minute or that one. Cool. I know only one song has hit 94 so far. Oh no, 2 of them. Comprehension skills. But yeah, the album score as a whole is, I think, going to be higher than the average song score, because I think it just works together as a piece. And like I say, I've already hit favorite on the album. I'm telling you now, I'm not going to hit favorite on any of the songs. I don't want any of these coming up in my random shuffle, because normally if I'm on the random shuffle, it's because I actually took out most of the Bon Iver ones too, because they just make me kind of sad. And like I put the shuffle on, like the favorites playlist shuffle. Or sometimes not even shuffle, maybe sometimes just play it. But I put that on when I'm like washing the pots, or doing household stuff, or when I'm like out on a walk. I don't want to listen to this out on a walk. I'll be like, out in the woods. Like, I don't want that. But I'll favourite the album and I'll come back to this when this is what I want. Actually, that happened with Bon Iver. The song, what's the penultimate one? The breakup song from that album. Well, I can't remember the names of anything today. What's happening? No, it's not in here. But that one came on, and while I was driving, and I was just I didn't even notice it was happening to me. But I just started feeling really like sad, and I just had to, once I clocked what was happening, I just had to skip. But anyway, 9 minutes 27. I've been saying these longer songs, even the longer ones, they have felt like they've flown by, but 9 minutes is a long time. Especially if it's, going to be quite sparse again. Let's see. Thoroughfare. In fact, let's check what's the consensus. Consensus on this is 91, so it's one that people like. Let's go. Damn. Oh, this is start back 2. Okay. Ethel, having run away from home, meets a charming Isaiah, who offers her a ride. Okay. I'm still not buying this is all one story about one person. You know what? Unlike me, very unlike me, I'm going to stop looking for the concept. I'm going to treat each song individually as its own story. Like, they're all long enough to be, so let's do that. We have a positive vibe. He wanted to tour the land as a young boy, and did so. Oh, you wanted, yeah, knew that he wanted to. And he wants to meet someone he would love as much as his dad loves his mother, which is
on the
nice.
side of the road in some torn up clothes with a pistol in my pocket. I didn't trust no one, but you said, baby, don't run, I'll take you anywhere. So I hopped right in,
Damn
got
it.
a look to spin, and at least your truck beats walking.
I'm not going to look for
You
the
said,
for the concept anymore, he says. And then, oh no, wait, that does follow on the last song.
with me. 'Cause love's out there and I can't leave it be. And I said, honey, love's never meant much to me. But I'll come with you if you're sure it's what you need. So we made off for California to find your lover, driving day and night in every small town diner. Saw our faces at least once or twice, but in these motel rooms
I was surprised because I accidentally right-clicked, but you can't see it when I right-click, so that's fine.
Oh, 'cause for the first time since I was a child, I could see a man who wasn't angry. And he said, it's been a long damn time since I left Florida. No one left to leave and no one left to love. But now that I met you, I finally know just where I'm headed. And we found heaven and time, where your western sunshine met my deep southern wet. And you got lost in it, and yet you found yourself hard pressed for it and sweating. You said, hey, do you want to see the west with me? 'Cause love's out there and I can't leave it be. And I said, honey, love's never meant much to me. But
Approaching
I'll come
halfway.
with you if you're sure it's what you need.
I'll be very interested if this becomes like, well, any Meatloaf song. Paradise by the Dashboard Light is the one that's in my head. Harmonica solo, I'm down. While you do that, I'll have a drink.
Once we reached the coast, you said, end of the line. We finally reached the edge. After all this time, I didn't find my love, but I still made it this far without it. And then you turned to me instead, and to me deep, and said, well, maybe not. 'Cause look at what I've got. You might not be my love, but baby, I doubt it. And you said, hey, do you want to see the west with me?
I'm intrigued to see how she's going to turn this sour, because it has to. There is 4 more minutes. This will not be a happy ending. Oh. Although that says outro, and there's nothing after it. I'm not a fan of that bit. We'll see. Wish I hadn't read that. Let's just hide it, then it's not there.
With all of your dumb luck is the only place I think I'd ever wanna be.
Right, if this is instrumental from here, then I'm gonna have a look. Let's go. Could this all be the same man in this same woman's life? So yeah, research time, let's do it. Family Tree intro, let's ignore because we get to the actual song later. American Teenager, let's also ignore. Just talking about her youth, where she grew up. This is the first one that talks about her love. So this one is, I loved you, you fell out of love with me and left me. It's amicable enough between us that your mum still calls me, but you don't come back here because you don't want to see me. Western Nights cannot be about the same man. It can't. Absolutely cannot. Because he beats the shit out of her. Probably essays her. Or maybe not. If she is, I guess if she's, I don't know. I don't like this. I don't like the sound of it. There's definitely violence involved in their lives. This could be the same man then as, no. Where am I going? That could be the same man as this then. The man that she gives herself to marry and then kills him. But then what's the bones that she's been hiding? What's the secret? That she killed him? And then this is just lamenting the loss of her innocence. Maybe. I'd need more time with it. Alright. Oh, that song individually. It was fucking great, wasn't it? 93. Not on the level of the absolute best on the album, but not far below it. Gibson Girl. This was one of the singles. It's got a different bit of artwork. That's crazy platform shoes. So if it is a continuous story, then Florida Man is still here. And she's actually in love and happy. How's it gonna go wrong? Ooh. The Weekend? Okay. So they got to California with no money and she's stripping for a living.
You wanna fuck me right now? You wanna see me on my knees?
It was not bleak for a minute. For 9 minutes.
And if you hate me, please don't tell me. Just let the lights be all over me.
Gee. Happiness over. Back to bleak. Extremely bleak. Nice while it lasted. Are any of the he's in this song the same fella from the last song? I don't think so. Maybe. Is he pushing actually... I don't think so. Even like this line might lead you to think that. I don't think so. I think this is like what she's trying to make them think of, that no, you're going to get what no one else gets. But they're not. As developed, as explained by the later choruses. That one's really depressing. No, they all have been, apart from the last one. But yeah, I said at the beginning, Weekend, it had a bit of a weekendy vibe, a bit more synthy vibe. You'd think that'd be more up my alley. But for this story and for this subject matter, I don't think it works as nicely. It still works, but I'm going to go like 84. Is that joint lowest? Yeah. Still a really good song. But just didn't quite hit the same. Ptolemy is I think how you pronounce that. I haven't got a Scooby what it means. Let's find out. It means this song. What does Ptolemy mean? There's the area inside the innermost circle of hell that is for the betrayers. Oh, this one's gonna be happy, isn't it? Right. Sorry, I'm sounding really sarcastic. I guess it's just it's starting to wear me down a little bit. Just the bleakness of this album. Oh, I said so. It was him. Wonderful. I was hoping it wasn't. I was hoping it could just be happy just for a moment, but no. No, it was all a fleeting nothing. So yeah, they got to Cali, fell in love, all was well. But I guess it's a bit of a time skip. He's a drug addict now, and she strips for them both to live, I imagine. I tried not to do this as much in videos now, but I fucking need it after this. This has been rough.
You there. I invited you in. Twice I did. You looked up too much. But not like I do. Not like I do. Do it like so you love you, baby. Love you, love you, love you, love you, so you love you, baby. Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you, so you love you, baby. Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you, so you love you, 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 love you.
Okay. Hope this is fiction, Ethel. Kill another one. Kill another one and then choose better. Not that it's your fault, but fuck. I hate it. Sonically, it's not as nice sounding as the rest have been. It's still a really good song. And I have to dock it points for how it's get like we've been unpleasant this entire time. This is reaching new levels of unpleasant. Like I actually don't want to listen to it. Like fuck, man. That's meant to be the devil.
You cannot save her.
August Underground. Instrumental. Okay, cool. Ah, let's breathe for a minute. um, it's getting rough, this. It's getting rough. I want to look. Let's save this real quick. Do people talk about how rough this is? Dark, unsettling. I hope it's not real experiences. I don't think it can be because she's admitting to murder. And she doesn't look to be that old. So, yeah. Typical fucking Pitchfork. And I was just going to say it's going to be that cunt in it. Typical Pitchfork and Anthony Fantano have to be more contrarian than contrarian. The music is the better part than the narrative. Just because there's no fucking shitty trap beat and some dickhead mumbling about how much money he's got, you fucking useless cunt. Can I hide him? I'd love to be able to hide this cunt. He should be down here with us. He shouldn't be up there. He's just some dickhead on the internet. I wouldn't want my stuff in here. My stuff belongs down here. And so does his. Anyway. Go suck a dick, Gossamer. Ooh. Alright. Let's settle back in. So the one that was 84, the lowest one, was this instrumental. I'm gonna whack an 80 on it. In fact, no, I'm gonna go lower. It's a bit of wasted space. In an album that's already an hour and 15 minutes long, we don't need this. Alright. Televangelism. Something that I'm delighted does not exist in the country where I live. Oh, it's another instrumental. Okay. Kill. Yeah. Giant mega churches and people on TV is just something we don't really do here. I think there are far fewer religious people here, to be fair, and also the ones that are religious tend to keep it to them fucking selves. Which is good. You shouldn't push your religion on other people. And you shouldn't try and get other people to conform to the religion that you have. If abortion is against your religion, then don't you yourself get an abortion then. That transition was lovely. Someone in this building, I live in a flat, apartment for you Americans. Someone in this building is cooking something that smells unbelievable, and my stomach is rumbling like nobody's business. It's like I think it's a curry. It smells beautiful. That one was at the piano, not the curry smell. Although, yeah, a bit of both, probably. I'm actually going to move both of these scores down a little. I'm going to go 75. and 76. Just to mark out that this is the better one of the two. And I can't put them any lower than that because they're still both excellent. Really nice. But an album that is over an hour long, that caused Casey to have to spend a $5 or more to get me to review it than she otherwise would, does not need 2 back-to-back instrumentals. It's superfluous. It's not necessary. Like, if you were going to listen to this album again and again and again and again, you're skipping these. You're not listening to these. If they were more spread out, then maybe. Or if this album were only 45 minutes, then maybe. But, no. Unnecessary. Alright. 2 last songs to end it with. Sun-Bleached Flies and Strangers. I would love to delude myself. Oh, Ethel died. Cool. Clearly not based on her absolute real life then. But yeah. I really hope this is just complete fiction. Because if not, horrible life. Alright. I'd love to delude myself into thinking it's going to be a happy pair of endings. What's going on here? But I have my very much justified doubts. Let's see. See, no one's written on this one what it is in the story. Some they have that, some they don't. I wonder if it's official. Here we go. In heaven, Ethel makes peace with her death and reflects on the life of her family. And I mentioned, never stop loving Willoughby. There must be something written, because at no point have we had the word Willoughby in anything. Was it in a song title? No. So it must be written somewhere.
They talk all about their money and how their babies are always changing while they're breathing in the poison of the pain. What I wouldn't give to be in church this Sunday, listening to
Wait, so did Florida Druggy Man kill her? Is that what that song was? Is that what's implied there? Oh my god. Oh, the ultimate betrayer, and then she descends to hell. Fucking hell, Casey, are you alright, mate? Like, listen to some Olivia Rodrigo after this.
'Cause that's how my daddy raised me. If they strike once and you just hit them twice as hard. But in the end, if I bend under the weight that they gave me, then this heart would break and fall as twice as far.
That snare is gated. It's fucking massive. It's like out here.
It hurts the less
Jesus.
shows. But I still feel like they all know. That's why
generational trauma, man. That's why it happens. You just don't say she'll add this to your kids.
Save me, so I just prayed. And I keep praying and praying and praying. If it's meant to be, then it will be. So I met him there and told him I singing if it's meant to be, then it will be. I forgive it all as it comes back to me. If it's meant to be, then it will be. So I met him there and told him I singing if it's meant to be, then it will be. I forgive it all as it comes back to me. If it's meant to be, then it will be.
I was gonna say they should like film this for a movie, but no, I don't want to watch that. Too depressing. And unfortunately, to do it justice, you probably have to get an R rating. Unless I'm misreading things, but I don't think I was.
Praying for that house in Nebraska, by the highway out on the edge of town, dancing with the windows open. I can't let go when something's broken. It's all I know, and it's all I want now.
86 I've written in there. I think the second half has got quite a bit weaker. Or maybe just the sheer bleakness of the story of it has just kind of worn me down a little. But no, actually, I feel like Family Tree and House in Nebraska and Thoroughfare were just so high above this. The consensus would say not. The consensus would say that the latter half of the early stage of the album is maybe a weaker part. I disagree. Let's end this. Strangers, which was a single, as well as the closer. Murdered and cannibalized, oh lovely, by Isaiah. Ethel says to finally goodbye to her mother from beyond the grave. I'll go through actually. I'll go through the set list again and read them all. I didn't want to read them as I was listening first time because I prefer to try and piece it together myself, but I wasn't piecing it together. So let's go through and read what people say it is. See if it matches up with how I felt it was going. I feel so bad for you. When you die, you're just don't refrain from things that you want in hope of reward after you die, because there isn't one. Do it now. Unless it's immoral, in which case don't. Freezer Bride. Don't joke about being eaten.
I tried to be good.
I would have got the murderer at this point for sure.
Yours, can I be yours? Just tell me I'm yours. If I'm turning in your stomach and I'm making you feel sick. Oh, no, no, when my mother sees me on the side of a milk carton and when Dixie's dairy out, she'll cry.
Is that a chain shop?
And wait up
Supermarket, I assume. Winn-Dixie. Weird name.
You're so handsome when I'm all over you. I'm all
Jesus, this has been depressing. Like, my goodness. We're going 88. And in the end, that's where I'm going for the album as well.
And that I never blamed you for loving me the way you did while you were torn apart. I would still wait with you there. Don't think about it too hard, you'll never sleep a wink at night again. Don't worry about me and these green eyes, mama, just know that I love you. And I'll see you when you get here.
Too far. Zoom too much. Oh, and we're back. There you go. How do I... That, is that... How, I'm just trying to get it legible. But Chrome wants to zoom more than I want it to zoom. That'll do. A beautiful bleak masterpiece of horrors that I absolutely adored and never want to hear again. I don't know about that last bit. I just put that for dramatic effect. I may well listen to that again. But yeah, let's go through. I'm interested now. Like I said, I don't like to look at the story straight out. The Taylor fans were going crazy because I'm actually looking at this one and I didn't look at any of hers. But I feel like this is... I feel like this warrants it. Alright, Family Tree is the first half of a song. We'll get to that after. American Teenager. Ethel, aka Hayden Anadonia. So Ethel is just a character. It's not her actual name. Who'd do that? Yes, it is just about a childhood. Yeah, what's the story part of it though? It's just about the American dream and growing up in America. Got you. Right, this is the start though, isn't it? Really. Ethel thinks of her ex-lover Willoughby Tucker, who left. How do people know this? If there's like some official thing, send it to me. Uh, Ethel thinks of her ex-lover Willoughby, who left town before the events of the album. She remembers the good times they shared and longs for him to come back home. She visits the abandoned house they would spend time in, imagining it was their own, somewhere far away from their hometown of Shady Grove, Alabama. Okay, so they're a different man in the time of the album comes around. Ethel and her new man, Logan Phelps. Logan is less than kind, at times violent, but Ethel finds herself hopelessly in love with him. That isn't love. For people in abusive relationships, what you're feeling isn't love. It's fear turning itself into self-preservation by becoming submissive. Be careful. Talk to someone. Or murdering. As in this song, I think. After the death of her boyfriend Logan in a police shootout. Oh, so she didn't kill him, okay. And a bank robbery, Ethel finds herself on the run from the cops. Things get worse when she discovers a disturbing family secret. Okay. Oh, and then the next song was the one that I was like, oh no, is this about? Closing out one of the album Hard Times sees Ethel reflecting on the sexual abuse she endured from her father when she was a child. Atelion begins with thoroughfare. Ethel, having run away from home, meets a charming Isaiah, who will definitely not murder her. Okay, they fall in love. It's lovely. Until she's a stripper. California with Isaiah begins to pimp her out. Oh, he pimps her out. Okay. Begins to lose a sense of reality. The title refers to Charles Dana Gibson and the women he famously drew, often considered the pinnacle of American beauty standards. I've never heard of that. And if it's anything like that song, I don't want to see it. Under the influence of Isaiah's drugs, Ethel begins to hallucinate. She confronts the darkness. The song name is inspired from Alighieri's Divine Comedy, specifically Dante's Inferno. Okay. But is he killing her? Is that what's happening? Okay, so maybe this is a reference to. So maybe there isn't anything that says this. Maybe people have just done an exploring the concept on this and really found it. August Underground. Maybe I'll need to do a second video on this where I make my own mind up. Ethel wastes away in the attic of an abandoned shack in the woods of Northern California. Now there must be something that's written somewhere. As Isaiah reveals his truest nature, she accepts her fate and faces the end. The title is a reference to the infamous pseudo-snuff film of the same name. I do not know of that, and I don't want to. Don't link it to me. I don't want to see it. That sounds like something someone would say that if they do want to see it, but that's not what I'm doing. If I wanted to see it, I would say that. I don't. Televangelism, I've already read that one. That's her dying, isn't it? And then we read these two. So this is her reminiscing about that, the love from the first real song of the album, of the story. And then that's her getting eaten and saying bye to her mother. Bleak. But beautiful. A masterpiece of horrors. I absolutely adored it. 88 out of 100. That's a really high score for me. I will listen to it again, but not for a while. Ah, Jesus. That was fantastic, but rough. Oof. I need to detox. I need some, I don't know, something about nothing for a while. I need to eat. That courage smell is still in here, and it's unbelievable. I'll get a smellometer so I can put smells in the video soon. Actually, I shouldn't do that. I stink. Anyway. From me, Roasting Charmaine, and from my channel founder, Trinae Exists, until the future, drive safe.